They broke up the county.
Mr. Cesaro, we're on video.
Yeah. I'll talk about it later. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. It is, Madam Clerk, it's 7:30.
Can I keep it?
Everyone, welcome to the Township of Parsippany-Troy Hills Township Council Agenda Meeting, April 5th, 2011. Public invited? They're here. Public participation. May I please ask everyone to rise for the flag salute? Mr. Mayor, please lead us in the salute.
Okay. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Others present, Jasmine Lynn, Business Administrator, John Inglesino, our Township Attorney, and Judy Silver, our Township Clerk. The purpose of the meeting is to
John
set...
Cesaro, I need to call the roll, though, for the council, please.
Oh, I skipped that.
Yes.
Sorry.
Mr. Cesaro.
Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Thank you. Mr. Cesaro.
Present.
Mr. DiPiero is absent this evening. Mr. Ferreira.
Here.
Mr. Stanton.
Here.
And Council President Fox is absent this evening.
Again, for the record, others present, Jasmine Lim, our Business Administrator, John Inglesino, our Township Attorney, Judy Silver, our Township Clerk. The purpose of the meeting is to set the agenda for the regular Township Council meeting of April 12, 2011. Formal action may or may not be taken. Adequate notice of this meeting has been provided in accordance with the requirements of the Open Public Meetings laws by filing the notice in the office of Township Clerk and by posting the meeting notice on the bulletin board at the Municipal Building on December 15, 2010, where it has remained posted since that date. A legal notice appeared in both the Daily Record and the Star Ledger and was forwarded by fax to other local newspapers and local radio stations on December 16, 2010. Note, council meetings are videotaped and aired on Cablevision Public Access 21 at 2 p.m. Oh, now 2 p.m.?
Yes, it changed.
Oh,
2 p.m.
all right. So I can wake up late on Sundays
There you
then.
go.
And are also available for viewing at www.parsippany.net. Okay. Ordinances for second reading, none. Status of adopted ordinances. The Council Liaison Emergency Services under the Board of Education were adopted on March 15, 2011. The Mayor has approved them, and the effective date will be April 12, 2011. Discussions, reminders, scheduled meetings. The April 12th, next week, 2011, 7:30 p.m., regular meeting, public invited, public participation. Next one after that will be May 10th, 2011, 7:30 p.m. It's an agenda meeting, public invited, public participation. Minutes for approval, the agenda meeting of March 8th, 2011. Regular meeting of March 15, 2011. Closed session of March 15, 2011. Budget review meetings of March 14th, March 18th, and March 19th, 2011. Appointments to committees and boards.
Going to be tabling that count?
We're going to be the first one?
All of them at this
All of
point.
them.
For the
Okay.
next agenda, so everybody's present.
Please.
Thank you.
Under the mayor's section, the 2011 budget.
I'll be introducing that on April 12th, next week, next Tuesday.
Thank you, Mayor.
You're welcome.
Administration, bids taken. February 24, 2011, the transportation and disposal of sewage sludge cake. Do not ask me what that is. Jasmine?
We're recommending award to the low bidder, which is SpectraServe from Kearney, New Jersey. And I just want to note that the price bid came in at about $5, no, more than $5 a ton less than the current contract. So we did very well. Yep.
Were they the lowest bidder?
Yes.
Okay. Bids to be taken on April 6th, 2011, 11 a.m. in the morning. Roadway improvements to Ronald Road, Oak Lane, and Ridgewood Avenue. April 7th. Oh, sorry, Jasmine.
I'd like to ask that those be put on the consent agenda. We would like to award next week. These are construction projects that will take most of the spring, summer, and fall to complete, so we'd like to get started on those as soon as possible.
All three, correct?
Yes.
Who, and are they the lowest bidders?
We haven't accepted bids yet.
Okay.
We're accepting them this week.
Okay, let us know, please.
We will.
Thank you.
Put them on.
Please. Quotations, proposals, qualifications received for May 28, 2009. Proposals for the redesign, permitting, construction, operation, and maintenance services for sludge incinerators and design, permitting, construction, operation, and maintenance services for a new sludge cake receiving facility at the wastewater treatment facility. Anything on that, Jasmine?
We're continuing negotiations with Synagro.
Okay. Quotations, proposals, qualifications requested, both on April well, they're different times. April 14, 2011 at 10 a.m., qualification statements for risk management consultant, liability insurance broker of record services. Jasmine, anything on that?
No.
On April 14, 2011 at 11 a.m., proposals for professional services, including design, preparation of bid specifications, and construction inspection services for installation of a 30-kilowatt roof-mounted solar panel array for the Township's Community Center/tennis facility. Jasmine, anything on that?
Only to note that the solar project is funded through the stimulus funds from the Department of Energy.
Okay. Resolutions. Jasmine, are they all in order?
Yes.
Okay. Ordinances. Well, I see in one of the ordinances, we have a Parsippany Soccer Club issue. And I see we got some Parsippany Soccer Club members here.
We're also tabling the first ordinance, which is the occupancy of residential units.
Okay. Okay. But what are we doing with the other one, Jasmine? The soccer club one?
The soccer club, I'd like to proceed with that.
Okay.
We're awaiting final comments from the Township Attorney's Office.
Okay.
On-
Has
on-
the soccer club put their input into this?
Yes,
Okay.
they've asked for an early renewal of the lease.
Okay. All right, no problem. Just want to make sure. And the last one, Jasmine, providing for retirement payouts and authorizing a special emergency appropriation of $894,944 thereof, therefore.
Yes, and it's there's a typo. It's actually $895.
Gotcha. All set?
Yes, it is.
Engineering, status of road resurfacing, Pudding Stone area, revisions to escrow requirements in connection with residential sidewalk driver repairs, Troy Brook through the hills of Troy, 711 Park Road, Fairview Estates, Edgefield Drive, no parking zone, Upper, Canterbury Estates, vacation of lots 26 and 77 in Block 98, new road flood mitigation, train horns at intersections, quiet zones, collapsing retaining walls 1 and 3, Eldridge Road, Block 89, lots 13.2 and 13.1, extension of major soil moving permit and developers agreement, Mars Corporate Center, 5 and 6, blocks 136, block 136, lots 43.03 and 44 and 76 are all no change.
If I may, Councilman.
You
on
may,
the
Mayor.
Train horn intersection, we had our wayside horns demonstration done today, and I'm going to be getting together with Justin Lees, the engineer, tomorrow to discuss it with him.
Thank you. Chief Financial Officer, Jasmine, I guess you have a resolution and ordinance here?
There's a resolution amending the temporary budget, and then an ordinance to not exceed or to exceed the cap limit.
I'm sorry, what's the ordinance for?
It's the regular ordinance we adopt every year to exceed the appropriation cap limit.
Oh, gotcha.
So that we can, so that the excess can go into a cap bank.
Gotcha. The attorney.
You're up.
I'm sorry?
Saying to-
I think there were
This one thing here.
two matters that were, right, that is on the agenda next time. But briefly, what it is it will be a resolution from the council authorizing the planning board to conduct a preliminary investigation on property within the township for potential redevelopment. The property is located on Edwards Road, Block 766, lots 11, 12, and Block 767, Lot 15. This is undeveloped property at the moment, and developers come in with a proposal for some multifamily housing on the property. We believe that the property may qualify as an area in need of redevelopment, which there's a process to do that. One of the benefits in this instance of considering this project on a redevelopment basis is that there are provisions in the redevelopment law that would permit certain public financing benefits to fund some improvements that are needed over in that area with respect to flooding that you otherwise would not be able to avail yourselves of if you wanted to entertain a pilot or payment in lieu of taxes that money could be used to fund some infrastructure projects. So that's on the agenda. It's not approving a project, it's merely the first step of many statutory required steps to take in order to evaluate the project and also to assess some of the public improvements that would be made in connection with it.
Is that resolution going on Tuesday night?
Yes, the resolution will be
Council will
ready
put it
for
on for
Tuesday night.
Tuesday then?
Gentlemen? Okay,
Okay?
Sounds good.
sure,
And then
fine.
we're tabling the closed session, right?
And the closed session will be tabled.
Thank you.
Township offices, and thank you, Mr. Inglesino. Township offices and committees, no agenda items. Communications, correspondence, none. Resolutions, one from the Morris County Board of Freeholders, and the other one from Mount Olive Township. Any interest in those, gentlemen?
Let me point out that the Morris County Board of Chosen Freeholders resolution, which is mimicked by the Mount Olive Township resolution, is, I would recommend it. What basically it is saying is to change the Oprah, that if something is on our website already, it doesn't require us to reproduce it, asking the legislation to change the law. If you haven't had an opportunity to read it, you may want to hold it over to the next agenda, or I could have it ready to go if you're interested in adopting a similar resolution supporting that legislation or urging the legislator to make those changes. I talked to our IT guy, and he thought that was an excellent idea. It saves the township a lot of money when it has to reproduce something that's already on our website. It's up to the council to make sure you understood it.
Yeah, saves money. Yep, please, saves money, please.
So you want to put it on, or?
Please put it on.
Okay. I'll draft a similar one.
Anything else? No? Madam Clerk, applications for licenses, all in order?
The liquor license, John Inglesino was going to handle that. The gentlemen are in the hallway, but we're going to have to postpone that. We're going to do it at the regular meeting. We're going to consider this transfer and give opportunity for the parties involved to have input at that time.
This liquor license?
Yes, do you want to explain that? We just got to that now.
I've just, one of the participants in that liquor license transfer was here. I advised him that the council would not be considering that transfer tonight because there's not a quorum of eligible voters to vote on it. So it can be considered next week.
I'll put it on for the, I won't put it on consent. It'll be just considered without being consent item, so it can be discussed.
Well, yeah, I think that council, for both the applicant and an objector, will want an opportunity to be heard. And I think that they should be given an opportunity to be heard within ambits of reasonableness that are determined at the meeting so that the council can make an informed decision. I've received numerous documents concerning this matter, so I'll have an understanding of it as well and be in a position to advise you accordingly.
So I'll place it on the agenda as a non-consent resolution.
Correct.
Please. Okay. I am now opening up this meeting to the public. You have 5 minutes to speak. As always, if you are in the middle of a thought, please finish your thought. You have 5 minutes to speak. Come on.
Hello, everyone. Roy Messmer, 10 Drumlin Drive. Sees a few things on this agenda tonight. It's probably going to cover the questions I want to ask. Council President, Mayor, Jasmine, just a little confused, and I need a clarification. And I know there's a resolution in here tonight on the agenda. That retirement accrual, or when the second budget hearing, which was on a Friday, I know, Jasmine, you weren't here, you got in late, but I asked if it was bonded. We're not bonding it. So what Jasmine said at my town meeting, then it's coming out of cash flow?
It's coming out of reserves.
Oh, now it's, which reserve? Just the regular town reserve?
Yes.
And it doesn't affect our bonding, that almost $900,000?
Not at all.
Okay. Mayor, I know this just kind of turns out to be yours and my meeting all the time now, but how did you come up with the $700,000 from the sewer surplus? I mean, why wasn't it, usually you use like round numbers, 500 or a million?
It was 500,000.
It was 500?
Yeah, then I added another 200,000 to it. I can't quite remember what, huh?
Because of the gasoline.
Oh, because of the gasoline, we had to, that's what it was. I know I was at it, we had to put 200,000 into the budget, which would have increased the tax levy, so I took another 200,000 out of the surplus.
Okay, I'm just trying to really, for myself, prepare for next week with the reading of the budget. Is that the proper way to say it, reading of the budget next week?
Tomorrow's
Presentation.
introduction.
Yeah, reading, okay.
Introduction.
I know I've been through this a number of years, but you forget the terminology. If we didn't transfer the 700,000 from the sewer surplus, what would the tax levy have been? Would we have hit the cap?
No, we wouldn't, we still would have been under the cap.
Okay. Because that's your town meeting that you had that Wednesday, the March 23rd, and I know you got a round of applause, but you could have raised our taxes 9% to come to the cap.
Well, if I'd have to raise it $2 more million to get to the, to go to the cap.
It was
It was
2
$2 million
million?
under the cap. So
Okay.
if I raised it $2 million, it would have raised the levy to 9%.
You can
Then
understand.
But then again, why come as close as possible to the cap when you can bank it to the next year?
Yeah.
No, I realize that.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
the public and the people who watch this on Sunday should understand that. John educated me that day. I didn't realize that that was a carry forward, if you will. So it's interesting. I didn't know where that, in fact, I got to get that information from Judy. Last question, Mayor. I have not gotten on the website because I don't really like computers and all, but I did get a few phone calls from people. I don't know if it was the next day you posted it with Alfred Dogs, but only John Fox's presentation and the first part of you were on it. Could you, unless it's somewhere else?
We're going to be, no, here's what happened. The gentleman that was filming that day didn't do the Q&A. The Q&A is going to be coming from Video on the Go, which we're editing because I want to put spreadsheets in with it. And the Q&A will come, and we're going to post that on the website as well. That comes from Video on the Go, which is,
I didn't even realize they were there that night,
yeah, they
too.
were there and I filming it.
Okay. So we were double dipping that night?
No, that's a service we take advantage of.
That's it, okay. No, I'm just saying we
Yeah,
had
I
two
know.
cameras there. I didn't realize it.
They want to get every angle.
Okay. And I'd just like to bring something up. You know my feelings on this. And when I read, I always read it on June 5th, General Patton's speech to the troops, the Third Army. I really like this council and administration to consider everybody in this town has gotten raises except the white collar. I mean, nobody wants higher taxes, but I think there's got to be something in this big budget that we can find. And Jasmine, I had the budget, I did some analysis on it, I asked some questions. It's $65,000 if the white collar people got a 2% increase. It's been well, I could be wrong. I mean, I don't have,
I think it's twice that, but
well, Jasmine said at the last meeting was 100,000. So, but my calculation is 65. And I think that these people, if everybody else has gotten raises, the school board has gotten out of hand. I brought up Brian, I don't know if he was at that meeting or not. They're giving 2% out to the non-union people. I just think it's right. I don't think, to me, it's not a gray area. Thank you.
in regards to the raises, it's not that I didn't want to give raises out to the white collars, and right now, blue collars ain't receiving a raise, and the blue collar supervisors aren't receiving a raise right now for this year. This just wasn't the time. The time would not have been correct to start giving raises out, Roy, when you saw what happened with a 2% raise for the superintendent. I don't think it would have went over well. I do want to give, I know it can't happen, it can't continue forever. You're absolutely correct. A lot of these individuals are my staff, and I say how hard they work. I say the time they put into the township, but to give raises now, it's like, it wouldn't have worked out because you got to carry those raises over, compounds to the next year. It creates more of a problem. That's why we're trying to offset, create some revenues into the town so we can start getting raises. I truly can't wait until the sewer, the incinerator's done. We start generating more revenues. But I did want to give out raises, but I didn't. I mean, Jasmine hasn't received one in 2 years. I haven't received one. No one's received them in town hall here. But I know that can't continue. And but we're doing a lot of things I think that will eventually allow us to give raises out.
Right, Mr. Tundra.
You have 2 seconds left on the
That's
clock.
all. Because it comes out to about $4 a household. If you do, thank you.
I don't know if it comes out to $4 a household, but the perception is, I understand that, but the perception is you're giving raises out during a time when everybody's struggling in the township, and, we can say this is a recession. It's double-dip recession, and practically maybe it can even be a recession. I mean, a depression. So, I didn't want to, take that chance of giving raises out this year. But I understand what you're saying. In the coming years, there's just, eventually, we're going to have to, because we're losing. Let's face one fact. Just through attrition alone, our workforce is down 7%. That's 1.5 million in payroll. I expect it to go down even more over the next year. So we're going to have to either replenish that workforce so we can maintain services in town, because you saw how good the services were this year, the snow plowing and stuff. And the fact of the matter is, you made a very good point. Nobody wants taxes to be raised, but they also don't want the services reduced. So thank you.
Seeing no one rise, I close the public portion.
Red Sox are 0-3, Yankees are 3-1. So. I know it.
Okay. Before we adjourn, I just want to say something. Myself, the soccer president, and one of the directors, Dominic, and Joe Plesha, have been talking about the soccer club doing some cleanup in the fields that they use, or wherever the town needs any help. Mayor, if you want to get involved with that, that's good.
Yes, I would take all the help we can get to clean up some of the fields in town here. I wouldn't mind if some of the volunteer coaches, we have bathrooms in town hall that need to be cleaned with toothbrushes. So, no, I'm only kidding. But no, we would love to have your help. I mean, because as you know, when the winter goes away and the snow goes away, there's a lot of garbage in town. And maybe if you would like to take that fence down on 46, that wouldn't be a problem either. Thank you.
But I'll be the go-in-between between the soccer club and the Joe, if that's okay with you there, Mr. Cesaro.
I don't care. By the way, Mr. Stan said he'll clean up the garbage. He has no problem with that. Hi, Al. Nice to see you. He just came in like 30 seconds ago, so I got to tease him. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to entertain a motion to adjourn.
So move.
Second by, I'm sorry.
Thanks, Roy.
Mr. Cesaro?
Here? Yes.
Mr. Ferreira?
Yes.
Mr. Stanton?
Yes.
And the time?
Have
for
a
the
good night,
record?
everyone. It is 7:52.
17. I'm sorry? Dad. Yeah, his dad passed away. He's doing fine. His dad was 89. Not a bad